Welcome back, everybody, to Everybody Eats with Joanne Peltier. We decided to do a couple of things a little differently, and the last cooking show that we did, I simply did like sandwiches, and I thought we'll just make them a little shorter, and hopefully you'll have enough time to watch everything. And so today I'm going to make a cottage cheese and cucumber salad, and I thought we'd talk a little bit about cottage cheese to begin with. So earlier I said to my husband, how do you think cottage cheese got its name? And boy, was I surprised. He was right. I shouldn't have doubted the professor. But anyways, I do want to talk a little bit about cottage cheese and how it really did come into being. So cottage cheese was promoted in America during the First World War, along with other dairy products, to save meat for infantry rations. This promotion was shown in many war posters, which you can see it there, and I have a copy of it here. And what it did was it talked about the protein content of cottage cheese. So it claimed that 1 pound of cottage cheese contains more protein than 1 pound of lamb, pork, beef, or chicken. After the war, cottage cheese became even more popular. Consumption peaked in the United States in the 1970s when dieting became popular. Then in the 1980s, yogurt became more popular than cottage cheese, advent of Greek yogurt and flavored yogurts and such. Then again, this kind of surprised me, in 2023, a TikTok trend for making ice creams, cookie doughs, and other foods using cottage cheese led to a 15.9% rise in cottage cheese sales in the United States. So our good friend's been around for a long time. But back to how it got its original name. Why is it called cottage cheese? The simple answer, it was made in a cottage, which is what my husband said. To dig deeper, cottage originally referred to a small building for animals or a small house called a cote. It was spelled C-O-T-E. The cottage was a place that dairy products like butter were made with milk. It is said that the excess milk from creating butter in the cottage was used to create cottage cheese. So there you have it, the little story of cottage cheese. But you look on the internet and you can find anything. You can ask whatever you think you want to know more about. There's pages, millions of words on the topic. Got my recipe. You don't really need a recipe for this, but I'm going to get started with this, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. But let me just rinse off my hands. I never used to, when we were kids, we never had cottage cheese at home. I mean, like, my mother might have had it if, when they tell you to, like, lose a few pounds or you're trying to, eat healthy or something. But for the most part, we never had cottage cheese on our plates and our meals or anything like that. But for this, what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to slice up this Vidalia onion. And I'm doing it kind of thin. I like it thin. For a while I was just using the regular yellow onions, and actually my son mentioned to me that he and his wife and family liked the salad. However, those yellow onions were way too strong. So subsequent to that, I switched over to the Vidalia, and I agree. The Vidalia are much nicer. They're milder, they're lighter. And the other part I like to do, though, is a red onion. I'll put a red onion in if I have it. So, you want to see how about slicing them? You want to see a little bit thinly sliced, and then because I'll separate them too. I don't know if you can see all that. And I kind of always assume everybody knows what I'm doing, or that they've done it themselves, so I don't have to show too much. But every now and then I get the high sign, show it. And that's what I'm just doing right now. So a little bit more with the onions. And this is basically, put as much as you like, or as little. I'm doing a whole Vidalia onion. I'm only making a smaller amount though, that when we would make it at my mother-in-law's house, oh my gosh, there could be up to 20 people. So there would be a lot more. But this is actually just for Bob and me, and I don't want to make too much. It'll last for another day. I mean, certainly. And you see how I just diced up the cucumber. I'm just going to get all the veggies real together quick, and so that cucumber actually came from my sister's garden. It was a fresh cucumber, and then this one is from the grocery store. So I'm just going to slice this up. I like them thin. I like everything kind of thin in the salad. So that's what I want to show you this too, I guess. Can you see me slicing this? Can you see me slicing this? Is this working all right? Yeah? Okay, so this salad goes with, in the summertime, if you need a quick salad, whether you're doing steaks on the grill, or if you're doing, I need to get my shovel, I get to show you this a little bit better. If you're doing steaks on the grill, and can you see all that going in? Yeah? And, or even hamburgers, you know, pork chops, anything like that, I think it makes a nice accompaniment to the meal. Anyways, hope you're not getting bored watching me do this. But yesterday, back to the topic of food. Food brings people together, and like this sign here, Heal the World, cook dinner tonight. Yesterday, my husband and my daughter and I went up to visit my sister-in-law, and her daughter has been living in her house, but we haven't been in the house for, I have to say, between 10 and 15 years. And the minute I walked into the kitchen, all I remembered was, we used to can tomatoes out here. I didn't do all the work, I just helped her because she was phenomenal in the kitchen. But that's the thing about, you know, food. It just brought back all those memories, just like that. It's like we were like these young women from like 30 years ago. And she's canning the tomatoes, and I'm learning, you know, how I never really did it, but I did watch her and help her. And then my daughter realized, while she was there, she said, while being in that house, she just remembered, you know, eating. And then I looked at the dining room table, and I remembered my husband and his brother sitting there, and I don't know if they were playing chess or doing something, and then we'd have our meal there. And it was all about, really, it was so nice because we were remembering a lot about the food that we would have, you know. So the food is a major part for most people's memories. For me anyway, a big memory. My husband will remember what song was playing on the radio. He says, I remember what we ate. So anyways, I guess I do enjoy the food, and I enjoy cooking. So on this one, I'm just going to put a scallion, and if I can get it out of here. I already washed it, thinking it would be easier. Let's see here. I'm having a little trouble with this, isn't that funny? Alright, hold on. So I guess the saran wrap really does work well. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to cut off that end. I pretty much always use the whole thing. I already trimmed it before I started this, so this is going to be a very quick cooking thing, but cooking show today. But I did think it would be important to get out something real easy, and I think that's enough of that. And I'm going to put that in here. And I think I have all the ingredients that go in. Let me use my little paper here and just make sure. I have them all, you know. Okay, I have Vidalia onion, a diced pepper, sliced cucumbers, and chopped scallions. The interesting thing about like this salad, I tried looking in cookbooks. Like, you know, you would think a quick and easy cookbook. This is like a healthy cookbook. Scanned it to see if there was any recipes that that even resembled a cottage cheese and cucumber salad. Nope. This one, no meat. This is like a meatless cookbook. Here again, all these pages, nothing for a cottage cheese and cucumber salad. On the internet, I did find one that said like cucumber salad with cottage cheese, and then there was something with sour cream or something like that. But I guess my point is that this salad, my mother-in-law was making it for years, and then I, learned how to make it, and we've been making it off and on for years. But you just get an idea for a cookbook, for a recipe, and you just make it the family recipe. Right now, I'm going to be putting in, and as I said, I'm doing less because it's just for the two of us, but usually the ratio, like this is going to be 1 cup of sour cream to 2 cups of cottage cheese. So if you were doing like a larger amount, you might put 2 cups of sour cream to 4 cups of cottage cheese, depending on how many people are coming. And what I want to do here is I want to mix the cheeses up a little bit before we put in the vegetables. So I don't think I have the 2 cups in here, so I have another one just in case we need it. But maybe. I kind of eyeballed it, but I thought, well, I know on a cooking like this, and if somebody's going to make it for the first time, we probably should try to be a little more accurate than just eyeballing it. Okay. And what was interesting about cottage cheese too is that, okay, good, there's 1 cup. It's low in calorie, and the other thing is you can get large curd and small curd. So this one, country style. Do they even tell you what size that is? Well, maybe there's a third one out there. So, anyways, I usually like to get the large curd if it tells you it. Or the small one just looks like it might be small. I don't know. But anyhow, that was one of the other things they said. It does come in large curd or small curd. And I have to add a little bit more to make the 2 cups. Okay. Let's see. This is so easy, You can even have the kids help you make it. Or you my granddaughter makes it. And okay, so that's the 2 cups. So as I say, I like the 1 cup of sour cream to 2 cups of cottage cheese, and it's very simple. Just cover that back up. And then I'm just going to stir this up a little bit, and just to incorporate the sour cream with it. And it makes a nice side dish. Okay, so let me see here. I'm just going to put a little bit of the garlic powder in. I'm not measuring. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in. And I'm going to put some black pepper. But I've been seriously thinking about buying white pepper, just because I don't like to see the black flecks on. Something like this is so nice and light. Let's see here. Yep. And just a little sprinkle. I don't really add too many seasonings to our food. So that's all mixed up. And now in go the veggies. And there you can see. It makes a good size. This is going to be way too much for us. Even cutting it back is going to be way too much. Can you see all that though? But it is awfully pretty. And just think if I had the red onions in here, oh, that would look great. Or if I had some radishes, But right now, I don't have the red onion. We have this, and this is going to be just fine. This is going to be very good. I am going to put it in the fridge for a little while to chill it. And we'll have it with supper. But at the moment, I just want to mix it up a little bit more. And if you want to just stop for a minute and I'll come back because I want to show how I'm going to serve it. And we're back. I'm ready to put it in the bowl, but I just wanted to show another part of really the food is nice presentation. And my friend gave me this at Christmas. I had broken our little salad bowl, and you get used to having a certain size bowl for your meals, and she found this for me, and I just thought it would make a beautiful presentation. which that's part of it too. Something this simple. Look how elegant that looks in there. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. And look at that. Doesn't that look nice? And I'm just going to put this, whoop, don't want to leave that cucumber in there. Okay, so let me just put this away. So if you were to, like, call somebody to the table and look at, you have these beautiful, can you see my beautiful flowers? Those were a gift yesterday from my husband to me. And this beautiful bowl, here's another gift. And I'm going to taste it because, you know, we have to taste our food. And I don't want to take too much because I also want to, God, I can't even get it out. All right, let me just take a little taste just to make sure. It hasn't actually had a chance to settle yet, but I think it will be fine. Because I never like it to get, I don't like it to get too cold either, you know, so let me just take a little taste of the mixture. It's fairly simple to make, and it's a very plain taste. But it's so good. And it's simple. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I'll bring it over, is homegrown potatoes. Talk about simple, good food. Can you see all this? Yeah? My daughter has a garden, and yesterday she gave me some of these potatoes. What I didn't know is that when you do grow potatoes, they have to be cured. These have been cured, but I just don't want to lump them all together because I want to keep them nice and fresh. But anyhow, homegrown potatoes, I thought that was kind of cool. And then I just want to thank everybody for watching. As I said, we're doing something a little different, doing a little shorter shows, and hopefully that works for you and you'll be able to watch the shows more often. I have done quite a few different shows, and sometimes I put 2 or 3 foods together, and I'm going to make a list so that if anybody wants to, like, see if they miss something, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but I'll find out. And like if you want to know how to make galunkies, if you want to know how to make gabadel, you want to know how to make a spinach and sausage bread, or any of that stuff that I may have done, and you're just starting to tune in on some of my shows, if you're interested, we'll find a way to get that info out there. And the other thing is, again, you know, heal the world, cook dinner tonight. And this is one more thing that, that my daughter gave me this with some, she received this, and I just think it's worth repeating, and I think I want to share it. The kind heart. Kindness brings such great comfort to our lives. Even the littlest acts of kindness have a way of spiraling into so much more. Kindness is at the heart of cooking and at the heart of making life great. In little acts of kindness is the magic to transform our lives into something wonderful. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you, Bob, for being my videographer and my editor. And goodbye now.